Welcome, my turkeys and turkettes, to Resident Evil 2 review. Now, completely unscripted. This remake is how you do a remake. What can I say about this game? It's incredible. Oh, it completely blew my expectations out of the water. I remember, look, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 3, I'm talking about on the PS1, was like my favourite games on the PlayStation 1, one of them. Like, they're definitely, all three of them would be in my top 3, and top 10 games on the PlayStation 1. Yeah, so the original, I remember, right, the original, when we had demo discs. Oh yes, I'm that old. Across the road from my mum and dad's, I was friends with, really good friends with a brother and sister that lived across the road, like I just said. And they had PlayStation 1 first, and I had N64 first. And their older sister come back, and she was like, "Oh, I brought you a PlayStation magazine, not me, but one of them." And it come with a demo of Resident Evil 2. This is like 96, by the way, guys. I was like 7, and we put it in, and we were so scared. We kept playing it, beating the demo. Must have beat all night about 5-6 times. We loved it. Anyway, that's a little background on that. Just how much this game means to me. Now, I see rumours in the mist about a remake, and I'm like, alright. I'm thinking, I love, it's in my top 10 games, Resident Evil 1 remake, the one that I just reviewed last time. So I'm thinking, okay, if they do that, I can see it. And then I heard that it's going to basically be very Resident Evil 4 mechanics, and I was like, no. It just put me off straight away. I was like, it's not going to be scary. It's just going to be action, fly kicking, escorting president's daughters in an ancient castle. That makes no damn sense. Stupid Resident Evil 4. Anyway, right. So I see a demo, well, not a demo, a gameplay, like a first 10 minutes or so, basically, where at the beginning of the campaign, where you Leon and you run, and you get into the police station and you come back, you save the guy by pulling him, but you don't save him. He's in half. But, yeah, like that. And it sparked some light into me. I was like, oh my god, that actually looks incredible. The graphics look incredible. The zombies look terrifying for the first time in years. Minus Resident Evil 7, because to be fair, that game is probably one of the scariest games I've ever played. I'll come to the review with that later down in the road, because I've got some funny stories about Resident Evil 7. Anyway, yeah, so like, I'm like, oh my god, Capcom are killing it. Like Resident Evil 7, and we had Resident Evil 2 remake, and it gets released. I'm hooked. I adored this game. It hit everything, every score, every tick, everything in my, like, what I would rate a survival horror game. It just killed it. I loved it. I had like my mates around me, like my gaming mates, really, telling me they can't do it because it's too hard, and I was just loving it. I didn't find it hard, probably because I'm used to it, like with the Evil Within 1 and 2 coming off the back of that, platinum in that, you know. So maybe it wasn't too hard for me, but it was to them. I wouldn't mind though. One of my mates, Dan Carey, who designs the artwork on my channel, he platinum God of War for me. I could not beat the Valkyrie Queen, and he did it, and he found this game hard. He couldn't do it, so he gave up. I was just like, okay. Anyway, right. Story. So you are Leon Kennedy. You might play through your Leon Kennedy, the guy, and the girl is Claire Redfield. And if you remember me saying in the first Resident Evil 1, you play as Chris Redfield. That's his sibling, his sister, and she is coming to town looking for him. He's been missing for some while, so she goes to town into Raccoon City to look for him. Now, switch roles to Leon. He is a rookie cop. He finally gets a position in Raccoon City Police Department, and it's his first day on the job. first night, I think he's just going there. He doesn't really explain like why he's going at like 1 a.m. But still, yeah. So that's why he's going to Raccoon City, and both of them, their paths join. And yeah, there's a raccoon infestation, a zombie infestation in the city, and they go to the police station. It's really good. Like but you got playthrough A and you got playthrough B. So you can pick and choose who you want to be, Leon or Claire. Say if you're Leon first, beat the game, and then you play Claire. The story sees it from her point of view and is really good. There is some plot holes, but you overlook it because it's just awesome, basically. Yeah, and then so that's basically that. So you get a story for both of them. Right. That's basically the story. You go to Raccoon City, you unravel the mystery. I don't want to give away too much just in case you haven't watched my playthrough or you kind of playing it for the first time, which I seriously definitely tell you to do. Forget watching me. Go buy it, go play because it needs some recognition. So yeah, you unravel obviously that you know about Umbrella. So yeah, you understand that Umbrella's behind it and there's a new virus and it's spread. I'll tell you how it's spread through rats. You do find that at the end of the game, but I kind of just feel that it's not really plot derived, to be fair. So yeah, it's spread through rats and everyone turns into zombies. Anyway, right, on to creature designs. You've got the normal zombies, which are great. They did a great job with the limbs coming off and bullet holes, the aftermath, the gore, brilliant. The only problem I've got is I know that it's it's probably like the hardware's problem, like the coding and stuff. But there is repetitive zombies. Like there's like 4 times that you come across the same zombie, but he's meant to be obviously different zombies. It does take you out a little bit, but it's nothing really. Then you got Lickers, one of my favourite creature designs in any survival horror, which is like an accelerated T-virus mutant thing. Then you've got the infamous Mr. T, who is basically a tyrant from the first one, but what Wesker wanted. So basically brain control, a robot basically, and he pursues you throughout not the whole game, like for about a third of the game when you're in the police station, and it's terrifying. If you didn't know what to expect, trust me, I won't spoil anymore. But trust me, it's definitely a wacky ride, being stalked by some 8-foot monster thing. Then you've got, what else have we got? There's Mr. T. I remember you got the crocodile. There's obviously the only dogs in Raccoon City, Dobermans. It must just be Dobermans. I'm surprised that they didn't. They could have done like Rottweilers and Pit Bulls and stuff because they kind of sound work, but I don't know. Like I said, it probably limited by the hardware, wasn't it? I can't remember what they're called, like mutant thing, like that, the sewer thing, like a snake and it poisons you. They're kind of forgettable, if I'm honest. I don't really like their design. I don't know what it was with Capcom and their designs for the sewers, because in Resident Evil 3, I had the same problem. Like, there's a creature in the sewers. It's a different creature, but it's just a bit like, it's not scary. It kind of just looks like a penis on legs. That's what I thought. Right, and then oh, you got the Ivy creatures. Now they are good. They're scary as well. Trust me. The way they move and the way they sound like the girl from Grudge, and the way they move, I hate that movement. Like the whole like that, like the nurses from Silent Hill 2. It's probably where it come from, to be fair. Yeah, they're creepy, they're scary, and they're good. Just an overall great game. I'll give this game, I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because it's very close. It's a 9 out of 10. This is how you do a remake. This is how, like, Capcom was just like knocked it out of the ballpark with this game. And when you beat it, you've got all these different modes, and they add on DLC called the Lost. What's basically what ifs, and it's great. All of it free. It's just like, this is how you do a game now. No more DLC by paying like £20,000 for a hat. It's just, I just don't get it with loot crates and that. It just does my head in. So it's gambling basically for kids. But this game has nothing on it. I think the only payment you can do is unlock everything. And I think it was like £2, so probably like $3. Again, it's kind of like, well, why would you do that? Just spoiling the game. But I suppose if you're having trouble like my mates did, you know, it's £2. Nothing like £10 for a chance to win Leon's wristband in gold. Lol. Anyway, guys, 9 out of 10, you gotta go play this game. So much to say.